Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you are new here. Today is a video I've been so excited to film for such a long time now while I've been, on my little hiatus from YouTube. This is another Project Pan update. I kind of can't believe it because we're already this far along in the year. It's already September, but this is actually only my third update for the year. So I kicked everything off in February. I gave 2 updates after that. I usually space my updates out by 6 weeks apart, but because I took a few months off here from YouTube, I missed a few of my Project Pan update videos. So here we are already in September, and I am only giving my third update. But the good news is it's an exciting one since I had so much time off. So I'm really excited to share this with you all. I will say just up front here, I am cutting out the Shop My Stash portion of my Project Pan videos. So if you go back through the rest of this year or to my 2021 Project Pan videos, you'll see that I used to combine Project Pan and Shop My Stash. I really liked doing that because it helped me focus in on a few products in my Project Pan that I wanted to completely use up, but also it gave me a little Shop My Stash curated bucket of products that kind of helped round out and add up to close to a full face of makeup when combined with my Project Pan items. But with this big hiatus, I was never using those Shop My Stash items that I had selected in last time's, upload in update number 2 of this year. I've actually just been using whatever I feel most drawn to use. So I uploaded last week this makeup look that's on my face right now, and it's kind of the video introducing you all to what I had been wearing while I was away from YouTube. So that's really what I've been focusing on mostly. If you're curious, kind of from a Shop My Stash perspective of what I have been using this past summer and kind of late spring, that video is a really great resource for you. I also haven't been bringing in any new makeup to my collection while I've been away from YouTube, so the Shop My Stash just doesn't serve quite the same purpose. In the past, it really helped me kind of build some ideas and thoughts around products I was unsure on. It helped me use products I haven't used in a while, things like that. But because I haven't been bringing in new makeup, I haven't really let anything fall too far to the wayside. Everything's at least like front and center in my mind. I know what I have and what I love in my collection and what is maybe on the chopping block. So I didn't feel the need to continue the Shop My Stash piece. If you want more like seasonal Shop My Stashes or just like what I've been using lately kind of videos, sort of like my last upload, please let me know. I'm happy to do those separately from my Project Pan, but from here forward and probably in future years of Project Pan, I'm just gonna do the Project Pan on its own. I also think it'll make it a nice condensed video, even though, let me check, I've already been talking 3 minutes, so I better get into things. I'm also going to share 3 empties with you today just because I don't really know where else to put them. They aren't products that were in my Project Pan, but I did fully use them up, and so I'm excited to just share those with you as well. I'll do those at the end, so I will focus up here in the front on my actual Project Pan items. And I'm not going to make you wait for the excitement. I'm actually just going to kick it off with one that I completely finished up over this time when I wasn't on YouTube. This is my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Now in the close-ups, you'll see that there is like a tiny little bit of product left on the end there. I have tried to use it. In fact, I used it in my brows in this video that I filmed right before this one. And it really scraped my skin a lot. It was super uncomfortable to use. So I am going to call it done. And as a reminder, this year I am not rotating new things into my Project Pan as I finish them. My goal is just to use up these specific products. I chose them because they were the oldest things in my collection, because I felt like they needed to go before they expired. So I am just tossing this and moving on to a new brow pencil in my collection, but that new brow pencil will not formally be part of this Project Pan. All right, and then as a good counterbalance to that excitement, I have one that I'm disappointed in. I have my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. So again, in the close-up, you'll see I have not made any progress since that initial February line. So since then, my March, my May, and now my September, all 3 updates are at the same line. I will say, I feel like I'm using this powder. I feel like I'm using it. I actually use it every time I do my makeup. I don't know why I'm not kind of using any more up. I'm not sure what's up. I think it's just honestly a huge quantity of product. So if you're in the market for a really good quality loose setting powder that just comes with a huge amount of product for your money, I think this is like between $5 and $6, and it has lasted me years and years. It used to be my only face powder, and it hasn't gone bad. It hasn't gotten weird. The texture hasn't changed. It's just gorgeous. And I, for some reason, cannot for the life of me use any of it up, even though I use it every time I wear my makeup. So this one, I think we're at this point where, you know, I'll be wrapping this up in the next few months, and there's no way I'm finishing this. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know how I thought I would ever finish this much powder with dry skin, but I'm excited to see how much progress I can make between now and the end of the year. It just hasn't been as much as I expected. All right, next up, this one I am actually so excited about, even though it's maybe not as exciting to you all, it's super exciting to me. This is my e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. So I used a lot of this up, you guys. I only have this much left, and I know that's still a ton. I've only used about like half of the stick so far, and we're well past halfway point in the year. So again, I don't know that I'll use this up within the year, but I'm so excited that I even used this much of this up. I know I've mentioned in past updates that historically I've used this only as like an inner corner highlight, maybe on my brow bone, but that more recently, I discovered that I love this as a face highlighter. I just take a fluffy brush and run it across the top, and then I put it on my cheekbones. It's not what's on my face today, but I do really love it that way. And especially underneath of like a really, really, really light sheer coverage base product, it looks stunning. It looks stunning. And so I found a way to use this up more quickly than I expected, and I'm actually really loving it that way. It's not sort of like a consolation prize. It's not like, oh, well, I guess I'll use it as a highlighter on my face just to use it up. It's like, no, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. As a reminder, it is the shade Perfect Pearl. So if you're around my skin tone and you want a nice, like, on-the-go highlighter that works great for face and eyes and really, really, really stays put, this is it. This is it. So I'm excited to see how much more progress I make on this. Like I said, do I think it's realistic to finish it in the year? Probably not, but regardless, I'm proud of how much progress I've made so far. Next up, another e.l.f. product. I have a lot of e.l.f. products in here because e.l.f. was one of the first brands that I ever started kind of buying a lot of makeup from. So some of my oldest makeup is from them. I do love all of these e.l.f. products that I'm talking about today. I am just trying to use them up because I don't want things to go bad in my collection. I want to use them rather than lose them. So this one is the e.l.f. and Jen Atkin Mist Me Setting Spray. I did actually make some decent progress on this. I've been pretty consistent through the months. However, you will notice from May to September is a bigger jump than all the other ones because I skipped an upload or maybe two in there. And so I wasn't doing my makeup as much. And also in the summer, my skin is just a tiny bit oilier. It's not oily, but it's not quite so dry. And so this has been a really good hydrating mist in drier times of the year. And in the summer, I just haven't felt the need to use it quite as much. But I've still made progress. Again, guys, there's no way I'm using this by the end of the year, even if I spray it on like all of my eyeshadows before applying them and my face every day or something. I just don't think I can use this up. The good news is this one is not quite as old as some of the other products, so I'll be able to keep this one, whereas some of the other things I do think I'm going to have to toss at the end of the year if I don't use them, just because they're kind of getting a little questionable. Alrighty, moving on to another one that's kind of middle of the road, but I actually do think I can finish up by the end of the year. This is the Honest Beauty Tinted Lip Balm in the shade Summer Melon. It really is one of my favorite summer shades. It's such a bright poppy pink, but it's not so saturated and so opaque that it kind of blinks out my lips too much like some pinks can do on me. It's really sheer, really, really beautiful, a little bit buildable. So it's a gorgeous, lip balm formula. It does keep my lips moisturized, but I can build it up a little bit if I do want kind of that punch of color. So I've been using it consistently. I have it sitting on my desk at home. So on days when I work from home, I often have it on for like Zoom calls and things like that. However, I'm not using it maybe as much as I would like to because I have a bit of an obsession with the color that's on my lips right now, which is Merit Tinted Lip Oil in Marrakesh. So maybe I just need to pull this back out more often and remind myself that I can wear it with like full makeup looks as well as just kind of on a standalone basis as a lip balm. Okay, This one has the most minor amount of progress. I don't even know how to express to you. This is my Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer Stick, and I still have this much left. You guys, this will not go away, like will not go down. You'll see on the piece of paper, I marked a new line because technically it moved very, very, very slightly. But I use this all the time. It feels like I use this all the time. And actually I have been like underpainting with it recently because then I can use like a little bit more product. So I've been underpainting and then putting, you know, a sheer lightweight foundation on top, or spot concealing with concealer around my face as well. But man, it's just not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. This one does smell a little funky, but I think if I remember right, this one has always smelled a little funky. It smells a little like crayons, even from the get-go. So I think it's actually just the scent of the product, but I'm starting to get a little nervous that I'm putting something like way past expired on my face and it smells kind of funky. So we'll see. We'll see with this one. I'm gonna keep it in the project at the end of the year. But I might have to toss this one in particular at the end of that because there's no way I'm finishing this. I mean, like, no way. I've been using it so consistently and it's barely gone anywhere. So again, just like the Maybelline powder, if you want good bang for your buck, man, Milk Makeup is here for you with this bronzer stick. Okay, and last up, another really, really exciting one. I completely finished up the Essence Stay 8 Hour Lip Liner in the shade Tea Time. So this one I'm also wearing today, so I wore it in this makeup look and I actually finished it. So both the brow pencil and this lip pencil, I finished while I was literally filming this past look. And it was so exciting to finish both of those right before I knew I was filming this video because I thought I was just gonna come on and say, I'm so close, I'm so close. And then I literally finished them both in this makeup look. So very, very exciting to me. I am sad to see this go because they actually just discontinued this this exact color in this formula. It's in new packaging and stuff. I don't know if it's a reformulation or just they just changed the packaging and released new shade names, but I have a really similar shade in this exact formula called Because Duh, and I'll start using that one. Again, it won't be rolled into my project pan, but I'm happy I still at least have sort of a backup of this in the sense that it's a very, very similar tone and a formula I love. And then maybe I'll try out their new formula. That's actually one of the few makeup products right now that I'm sort of curious to test and try out. And we will see if I am feeling motivated to do that or not. But I am so excited to have finished this one up and to kind of just move along to its counterpart, Because Duh. So that is it for project pan items. I'm proud of myself. I finished 2 of them up and I've made some good progress on some of the others, but I've also finished 3 other products in my collection that I kind of don't really know how to show you other than in this video. So they're not going to count towards my project pan because I wasn't actively trying to use them up, but it happened. And so I'll share them with you quickly here. The first one here is the Kat Von D Go Big or Go Home mascara. I just had this kind of sampler size of it and it's finished. I did really like this mascara. It is super hard to remove at the end of the night, but it's gorgeous on the lashes. So really, really nice. I won't repurchase it. I have so many mascaras in my collection that are waiting to be opened, so I'll just open something else. The Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Foundation, I also finished up this little sample size. I have it in the shade Fair Light. It's a little too light for my summer skin tone, so I finished it up kind of like late spring, and it was really nice to take traveling with me. I went to visit my family in June, so I guess that's summer. I finished it in the summer. I finished it while I was on that trip, so I brought back this little guide just to show you all. I did really love this foundation. It's like a nice high medium coverage, and it's really beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous finish on the skin, very like natural satin. I don't think I'll buy the full-sized one. I have plenty of foundation to go through here in my collection, but I did really like it. And then last up here, I have the Duo Lash, gosh, what's this called? Lash glue, right? Yeah. It looks like there's still some in there, but it's just sort of stuck to the sides and it's too goopy to get out of there and actually use. So it's empty in the sense that I can't get it off the edges. So I need to repurchase one of these probably. I will probably just wait till like the next time I have an event or something where I know I'm gonna wanna wear false lashes, just because if you get one of these glues and you open it, they do sort of dry out in there just over time. And so I don't like to open one before I need it. So I just have these 3 little empties to share with you. I thought this would be a fun place to put them. So that is that. This is my project pan update. I am so excited. I am hoping I can still use up 1 or 2 more of these stubborn items in my project pan by the end of the year. Regardless, I will be doing regular updates for you now every 6 weeks like usual from now till the end of the year. So I think that means I'll have maybe 2 more updates and a finale. I think that might be how the math works out. It might just be 1 more update and a finale. We will see. I need to do the math and set those dates on my calendar. But thank you so much for being here and for watching. Let me know in the comments, what have you panned? What have you finished up? What have you absolutely loved consistently using over and over and over? I would love to hear down in the comments below. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.